What you get, what happens traditionally? Nothing. You just do the paperwork. You know, you stay in the dark. You went looking for possibilities. I'm sure that when you're driving to your accountant, at that moment says, oh, I wonder if there's I heard, this person say this, and I heard that person say that. Surely my accountant will know something about this. So what you actually get is no possibilities. Why? Because accounting is from what happened. That's what accounting does. The moment you meet your accountant, it's going to say to you, what happened? And then what actually happens is you arrive with your data. Look, you bring and says, oh, look, this is my income. These are my receipts, my expenses, and my loss of memory. Right? So you go, sure, let's work with that. Right? And then what the accountant does is he looks at your data. Right? He looks at the ATO rules. He looks at your data. Right? He looks at you. You look at him. You're wondering what's going on. He looks at the data again and puts the data into the ATO rules. Are you with me? Because the ATO rules is just a system. You get that? That's called the Tax Act. So what happened? You tell him what happened. He throws it all in. Woo! There you go. You get a tax bill. But you know why you don't go? Because you already paid. You get that? You already paid your tax. The money's gone. And that's why you feel cozy. Oh. So the guy says to you, oh, look, man, you got to put another $300 in or $2,000 in. Oh, that's not too bad. Or they say to you, hey, I'm going to get you $2,000 back. And you go, ha, ha, ha. Scary, huh? Then he gives you a bill for preparing the work for you. Guys, there's nothing wrong with the accounting profession. That's what it is. You get what I'm saying? That's what happens. You must get this because this is what happens. It is not your accountant's fault that you have the wrong expectations about the guy or the girl, right? They place the data into the system, right? Expectations do not match. You went looking for possibilities, you get compliance. Do you get this? Are you clear on what I'm saying? But some of you says, no, Julio, my accountant, he knows stuff and he tells me this and tells me that, no. Then this guy, you really call him up and says, I love you. Okay? Because most accountants are very busy just trying to process all the data to put in time. There is not enough time for him to study the legislation and work with investment products to marry them to. And you're paying for your mortgage after tax. Okay. So, this is what we find in the marketplace. The average Australian pays $300. The average Australian pays $300 a year to have their tax return. Okay? And the point is, they will pay $12,000, $14,000, or $16,000. That's what we found. It varies between 12 and 16 grand. So far, so good? In tax. So your total price for paying the game is $12,300. You got that? So you pay $300 to the accountant, but you already paid $12 to the ATO. What are we doing next? Sure. Here's some other clients when you go into business for yourself, and now you have a business, you have a company, you have da-da-da-da-da, so your accounting takes a bit more work, right? So your accountant charges you $6,000, but because you're in business for yourself, there's a bit more income coming through, and your tax bill is a bit higher, so you're now paying $32,000. So your total price is $38,000 for playing the game, right? So far, so good? He's a doctor. He's a doctor who walked into our office, and that was his numbers. Hey man, I'm paying accounting fees, $23,000 for the guys to do all my companies, all my clinic, blah, 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 blah. I paid $120,000 in tax last year. This is my price for playing the game. Welcome. Okay. The accountant needs to find out what happens. So a lot of time is spent in gathering and organizing the information. Why? Because you were disorganized. You get this? Okay, so you come in, and some of you says, no, my life is simple. Yep. But he still spends a lot of time in gathering the information and putting the information in the system, and then he runs out of time. So in order not to blow the bill, because you expect to pay only $300, don't you? Right? So in order not to blow the bill, he doesn't spend enough time in strategizing this for you. There's not enough time in a day. And they run out of time doing the work. Right. Could we align the expectations actually? Could you go, right, looking for possibilities and get possibilities? What if when you walked into the accountant's office, they already knew all your data. How's that possible? Well, technology is here. So imagine just for a second, you bring your data. Your accountant already knows your data. Your accountant looked at your data and had you in mind, thinking, what can I do to put this information into the system in a way that we can capture as much tax planning that we can? Well, typically, an accountant can't do that alone, so he needs to talk to another professional. Okay? So it brings the accountant and the financial planner, and they work together. Now, what John said in introducing me is true. The typical financial advisor is trying to flog you something. Very rarely works with an accountant, because he just has this product, talks to you about the tax benefits on it. You understand? But it just throws it at you as well as a product you should buy. Where is the integration? And that's why we start reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and the guy says, man, you need to put a team around you. But a team is very expensive. I can't afford it. Well, maybe you could. Let's check this out. So the two together put the data in. They put their own spin on it. The accountant puts the accounting spin. The financial planner puts the financial planning spin on it. You get a much smaller tax bill. These are real cases. Okay? Let me just show you this. Imagine instead of expecting to pay $300 for your tax bill, or for your tax preparation, you just said, I'm going to bite the bullet, and I'm going to pay $1,200. With the understanding my account is going to spend 4 times on me. Are you with me? Do you get that? So instead of paying $300, you say, I'm going to invest $1,200. Okay? Now, he's going to spend 4 times on you, and then after putting your data now into the system, you only paid $7,500 in tax. Then your total cost for paying the game is $8,700. You have got back $7,600 and it nothing to do with luck. You get this? This is you before, when you only expected to pay $300. This is you now, that you paid a team of professionals to work on your behalf. But you see, most accountants themselves, this is a breakthrough for them. They don't see it that way. Because, man, they have been trained to do compliance. You understand what I'm saying? Well, check out the other clients. The guy comes in, $6,000, puts in $32,000, total cost $38,000, became our client. Instead of paying $6,000, he paid $12,000. Instead of paying $32,000 in tax, he's paying $8,000. Instead of paying $30,000 in tax, he's paying $20,000. He's $18,000 ahead. What do you think we're going to tell the client? I just got 18 grand back from the ATO. What do you think we're going to tell them to do? Put the 18 grand straight into your mortgage, because your personal debt is killing you.